Class 6, Unit 3, A Friend Like Simon, Kate Gaynor. Hi, my name is Matthew, and I would like to tell you a story about a friend of mine. His name is Simon. Simon joined my school last year, and I remember his first day very well. When I arrived at the door of my classroom, Simon's mom gave me a big smile. "It's nice to meet you, Matthew," she said. "Simon, would you like to say hello to Matthew?" she asked. But Simon just turned away and looked at the ground. Our teacher told us that Simon would be joining our class that year. He would take part in most of our lessons, but sometimes he would get help with his work from a special teacher, too. I thought Simon would like our school a lot. It really is a great school, apart from just one thing. A girl called Hetty, or Horrible Hetty as I liked to call her. Hetty was always pushing her way to the front of the queue at lunch. "I'm next," she'd say when it was someone else's turn, and then she would make a horrible, mean face. Every day after we ate our lunch, my friends and I would go to the schoolyard and make up new fun games to play. On Simon's first day, I asked him if he wanted to join in, but Simon seemed to like being on his own. As time went by, I noticed how Simon acted a little differently from the other boys and girls in my class. Sometimes he would get upset about something small, like someone bumping into him by accident. No one could understand why or even what he was upset about. Simon always liked to arrange the books and pencils on his desk in the same way every day. He didn't like it very much when anything changed at all. Sometimes he would get upset about things like the school bell ringing or having to move his seat, because Simon was a little different from my other friends. I soon stopped asking him to take part in games. Sometimes I got annoyed if the teacher tried to get him to join in. I just wasn't sure if I wanted to have a friend like Simon. Then the time for the big school trip to the fun fair came. All the boys and the girls had to pair up and find someone to sit with on the bus. "Why don't you and Simon pair together today?" asked our teacher. So Simon and I sat together on the way to the fun fair. Simon took out his sandwiches. "Do you like sandwiches?" I asked him. "Do you like sandwiches?" he repeated, and then he handed me his lunchbox to share them with me. "Thanks, Simon," I said, but Simon was busy looking out of the window. Later that day, while Simon and I were waiting in the queue for our ice cream, Horrible Hetty marched over to the ice cream van. "I'm next," she said in a mean voice. She started pushing her way in front of us to the top of the queue. Simon suddenly shouted, "No!" very loudly. Hetty got such a fright, her pigtails flew up in the air. She quickly turned around and ran off. "Thanks, Simon," I said. "Thanks, Simon," he repeated, looking up at the lights of the big Ferris wheel. After that, I always asked Simon if he wanted to have lunch with me or play a game during break time. Some days he would join in, but other days he just wanted to be on his own. That was okay, too. The other boys and girls in the school soon learned to understand Simon better. Sometimes Simon acted a little different from us. He didn't have a lot to say, but he was just the same as everyone else in our school. We learned a big lesson from Simon. Only Horrible Hetty would leave out someone because they were different from us. Simon also showed me just how great it is to have a friend like him. Do you have a friend like Simon? Why don't you tell me your story? Adapted.